I can go first because I think the main thing that and this has been my struggle for years, literally, is what Daya just said. I'm scared of my greatness, and it's not to the point where it's not as much as it used to be. I've now gotten to a point where, scared or not, I get it done. But before, it used to literally hinder me from doing projects.
Right.
It stopped me from doing the whole project, and now that I'm getting stuff done and I'm moving, that doesn't stop the fear. Like I'm literally terrified of, because as a writer, and I think you can attest to this, as a poet, really having your work out there, like displayed publicly, like, humans can be really cruel people sometimes. Yeah. And it's not like I'm scared of criticism. You can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't make my art any less than, what I know it is. But it's just so dear to me. And I feel like putting it out in the world or monetizing off of what has been my escape from reality for so many years, I'm scared that I might lose my love for it if I make this my job. I have a poetry album dropping soon, May 12th. It's called Pages Like Knives, and it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully,
very interesting.
I think that people will enjoy it. But to answer the question on the table, honestly, and I don't know how many times I've said this on the podcast now, but I'm spiritual, right? And I do believe in God.
You got to know a lot. I'm dead.
Okay, so at this point, I'm spiritual, and I do believe in God. And a lot of times, I don't really have a particular reason why, but I feel it in my gut, and my gut has never, failed me, not once. Like, I have a feeling about something, I'll do it anyway, just to test it out, because, I'd be bored. But, wow. But in my gut, I feel it. Like, I know this is going to work out, this isn't, this is probably going to have a negative impact. This, it'll be whatever it is. I can feel it. And so I know that even though there's fear about me putting out my artwork, there's I don't know. It's just I have a feeling that it's gonna do something for somebody. For it's gonna lend to a bigger cause. And I also feel in my gut that the work that I am doing, the topics that I am discussing and what I'm suggesting for people to do in my poetry album calls for me to be a hands-on activist.
Yeah.
So people who do that line of work, and I don't want to give too much, but I explain that in the poetry album that people who do that line of work, it's not easy. Yeah. Look at MLK. Look at Malcolm X.
I like that.
Both assassinated.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Oh, whoa, wait, not yes to the assassination.
No, but you see to see the route that activists go on, it's not. So
as a young black activist, there's a fear. Like, we are literally living in a country where we watch our people get gunned down every day. Mm. So me making myself a huge target, there's a level of fear here. And it's not just me. I have 4 other siblings, along with my parents and people that I'm connected to that I love and care about. And I'm not saying that, people will be like, I got your family, you're ransom. I'm just saying that there are things that for me to consider. And and yes, we forget how old we are sometimes. And I have to remind myself that I'm 15 and that this may become overwhelming. And I don't want to lose myself in the process. Yeah. I don't want to lose my love for the art in the process, because I feel like that's going to be the most detrimental thing. I can't help nobody, and I've lost myself. Now what? Okay. I would urge you, because this is the biggest thing that popped in my mind. Yes, there is what has happened. There is what could happen or what will happen, and there is what is happening. I feel like you specifically live mainly in the what has happened and what could be happening or what will happen. I need you to focus on what is happening, right? Your relationship with that person or with those people might have been amazing in the past. And if y'all make it through this hump, it might be amazing in the future. But if what is happening is damaging to you as a person, you have to let it go. You have to let it go, because you cannot even reach that what will happen if you are not in one piece. And it's going to seem selfish, and you probably, like, internally, when I have to make decisions like that, I kind of beat myself up about it, because I'm like, yo, the world does not revolve around me. But at some point, and you know this, you talk about it all the time, the work that you're doing is for so many more than you, so much more than you, similar to me. You know, we're doing this for our mothers, we're doing this for our siblings. You know, there are a lot of people that we are, you know, what am I trying to say? You see what I'm saying, right? So meaning that we can't live too far in the future and too much in the past, and it hurts. It hurts so much when you have a deep connection, when you have history with a person, and you know you love them. It's like it hurts so bad to just let it go. But you gotta look at what is happening. Like, as of right now, this is damaging. Right. And if this continues to happen, because the thing about what could happen or what will happen is that it could either go a positive way or a negative way. If anything on the negative side outweighs the positive side, the answer is clear.
Right. Going off. So to Jonah's point.
Hold on, before we even get there, though, what you thinking? So now, are you clear on what you want from life?
That's what I was about
that's
to go into.
See, that's the thing.
That is crazy, Jayla.
Because
I was just about to ask for that.
I dealt with this. The lack of motivation, right? Laziness will always be there. What stops you from feeding into it? That's the thing so many people struggle with. Like, I got ideas. I know I can do it. It's just like this force. It's like,
bro, going off of that, I did not mean to call you bro. I'm so sorry. But going off of that point, all my life I've known, you can be in basketball, cheer, step, golf. I've been in so many things that it's like pulling me that, and even for my career path, I have like many options. So I don't know personally. I don't know
one concise decision. And I think if you want to practice with that, you need to start with your goals. Yeah. You don't have to, because you know me, I know how many kids I'm having, what time I'm having them at, what hospital, and what state. I have that all.
Every month of the year. That's played out.
I have everything, but me and Daya know what summer homes, what style.
No, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What style, furnishing, we want.
I thought she was talking about the kids.
It starts with having a clear definition of what makes you happiest. Yeah. Where are you literally the happiest? And then after that is a direct correlation to what you want in life and where you need to be to get that. Once you have that all set up, but in order for that to work, you have to be raw and real about your goals and honest. And see, there's a lot of shaming. I feel like there's a lot of shaming when it comes to goals specifically. Like, you literally don't have to be like, oh, I want to be a high-ranked attorney and start non-profits and be the president, and
that was a lie.
Like, whoa, like, if you are literally, I just want to be happy. If I could afford a ranch in Douglasville and live there with my husband and have kids and have a family, I would be fine.
That does sound like a fairy tale.
Nice for who?
Right. Jonah is like, I want a life of luxury. So everything he's doing is to hustle because he's like, I want wealth. It is completely fine if that is not what you want. I just need you to be completely honest about what you want from life. And if you don't know, it's fine. But you're going to have to sit in yourself and really reflect because you need to know that.
You just said something that's very key.
You're early enough that you can do that.
Right.
Yes.
Ninth grade year is so important.
People literally take their youth for granted. My dad had to explain this to me. He was like, when you hit college, everybody want to write a book. Everybody want to be an artist. everybody wants to do. He's like, the market is so saturated but by us being young and being exceptions to the vast majority of people who are in our age range, that gives us an opportunity to get it while the getting is good. So by the time I'm an adult and I'm in college, I'm on my 3rd book.
Okay.
As you
Get
should.
at me. Right. That's
fourth season.
Fourth season. Right? So, that's, and people don't realize, and it kind of goes back to our podcast when we talked about, relationships versus grind. If you say that you want a life of happiness and comfortability, we cannot negate the fact that there are certain things that are needed to create that life. And if you do not do the work that is needed to be done to get there, that's not really what you value.
Right.
It's not.